Hey Ryan, it's Logan Stout here at Perkins Motorplex in Mayfield, Kentucky. And I'm gonna walk around this Carbon Pro 6.2 liter Sierra 1500 AT4, and huge fan of this truck. I love doing videos on trucks like this because that means I get to drive them for a second. And I did drive this one, and it is awesome. So you can see where I'm at here. I'm on the bottom lot of our headquarters, Perkins Motorplex in Mayfield. Pretty big footprint in this area. We got over 1,000 vehicles in inventory, and this is our headquarters, so this is where a lot of our service centers are. A place we call our Mac and Jack facility. That's where we do the wheels and the lifts and the tires and the suspension work and all that stuff. So we've got lots of resources here, and I want to walk around this truck and point out anything I see. All of our vehicles are used, so I always make that point early that, you know, none of them are going to be perfect. They're all going to have a blemish or two on them, dings, scratches, whatever. Some of them are, some of them have more character than others, and some of them sell themselves. This is one that falls in that latter category. There's not a whole lot for me to point out on it. So obviously you've got the Toyo mud tires, the Hostile wheels, the Typhoon, and they are, man, it's just an awesome look. So I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time on those because they sell themselves. They're brand new, the tires and the wheels both, and they're in perfect shape, of course. So looking down the driver's side, no waviness in the paint, no major dings, scratches, anything like that through here. There's a couple little things I'll point out, but none of them are on this side that I've seen, and I've looked at it several times. So it's got a little bit of grime on it. We have, in Western Kentucky, we have what we call field spiders. So we have lots of trees over there, and you'll get some like light cobwebs and stuff like that this time of year. So that's on there. Obviously that comes right off. And you've also got just some pollen and stuff in the air. Looking across the hood, no hail damage, nothing like that. I do have the hood popped right now so that I can show you underneath here in just a second. This Carbon Pro looking front grille is awesome. Not a lot of rock pecks or bug damage or anything like that. GMC logo looks good. Parking sensor straight ahead. Fog lights and headlights both look good on both sides. And I want to be as picky as I possibly can with this. I'm just not seeing much for me to point out. I mean, a little spot right there. That's going to happen. Obviously, you're going to have rocks and stuff on the road. One little spot right there above the fog light. But really, really good. There was one I saw earlier. Let's see if I can catch it again. Yeah, you got a ding right there. Tiny. Smaller than a dime, but definitely something, so I want to point that out. All right, let's go to the passenger side. Again, I want to look right down the body line here for any. I spotted one earlier. Let's see if I can find it again. Yeah, we got one small ding right here. Not sure if that's picking up in the camera or not. Back bumper looks good. Parking sensor straight ahead. It's got that awesome lift gate you and I were talking about on the phone with the step that folds down. There we go. If you fold it all the way down, of course, have the step that comes down, and then there's the big let down. Nice and soft on the let down. Got a really nice GMC bed liner in there. There's the handle that pops out for the assist in climbing in. Awesome. Looks like they might have had their own like custom tie downs they put in it, the previous owner, because you can see the holes down through there. So that actually might end up being something handy for you, or you may do the more traditional tie downs that are built into the truck. But not too terribly uncommon to see something like that. Let's see. Yeah, the rest of the side is great. Maybe one small one right there, right above the fender. All right, let's get a look at the frame. You've got these really nice running boards, stationary, and they are firm. And I always look down this main frame line right here. I'm looking for major signs of rust, corrosion, anything like that. Just very little surface rust is what you kind of expect to see. You can see that the lift components are brand new, which is great. Awesome, this looks great. Yeah, super clean through there. We do an underspray on all of our vehicles, so you see the black under there, but I've always told people rust is rust and corrosion is corrosion. You'll see it no matter what color it is. We do the underspray on all of our vehicles, whether it's a Nissan Altima, that Subaru Outback right there, or whatever, because a lot of these vehicles get like a red clay stain underneath them, and it looks terrible in pictures. So we want that cleaned up, and it does seal it up a little bit. That underspray we do, it's not just spray paint. It's got a little seal component to it, so it seals it up moving forward. I don't know, maybe 5-6 months you'll still see it, and then eventually, of course, it'll wear off. But so that's a nice little thing. Look how clean it is on the inside. That's one thing. I don't know an alternator from a radiator, but I have been taught a little bit just how to look for excessive signs of rust or corrosion through here. You can look through those windows that the engine bay gives you, and you can look straight down to the pavement and see how clean it is all the way through there. Awesome. Some trucks are easier to film under the hood than others. This one is a little more difficult for me because I'm so short, but very, very nice. All right, let's go to the back. Love the floor mats that piece together, full floor mat in the back, rear heated seats, your charging ports, everything looks good there. Seat backs look good. That's always a sign of abuse you'll see on these trucks, is if the seat back's been worn out. As the sun's messing with my camera there. No stains in the headliner, nothing like that. Very nice. Storage looks good. Very pleased. I'm not picking up on any, it smells like leather, a little bit of cleaning component. Does not smell like smoke, animal, anything like that. Very nice. Important thing for me to point out. I don't always mention the smell, but no smells in this one. A little bit of discoloring right there. Looks like it's actually been patched a little bit, which is great. So these little perforated leather spots, you'll see little tiny tears, and they can get patched really easy. Looks like maybe previous owner did that, so that's great. No rips or tears in the sidewall there. Really nice AT4 floor mats. Kick plate looks good. Driver door looks good. Bose sound system, of course. Let's get this hood closed here so it's not giving me a warning message. All right, and of course you got the keyless entry. And you can see this does have the heads-up display, which is something not all AT4s do. If you're able to pick up on that heads-up display, it's right in front of that red Explorer right now. It's probably going to be flickering in the video. It is not flickering. That is a steady image. It's just the way the camera captures that projection. The iPhone camera it doesn't capture the projection every last frame of that, I should say. So it looks like it's blinking, but it's not. Rear view mirror is digital if you want it to be, traditional if you want it not. Heated and cooled seats. Everything looks to be in working order. You got the auto off button that you can turn off if you want. Nice and clean up here. Nice big center console. You've got 2 key fobs, and remote start works. I used that to start the vehicle earlier. Owner's manual. Lock for the wheels, which is obviously very important. Again, not all of our vehicles are this nice. They don't all sell themselves like this. The floor mats, the key fobs, this thing has all the things. And last but not least, this operating system they've come up with in the newer Chevy GM stuff is super responsive, super fast. There's the navigation. That's correct. That's right where we're at. Climate controls, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, of course. And the swipe function's working on it. All your apps. You can add more apps to it. These things have become smartphones in and of themselves. Heated steering wheel. And then that's key. 38,307 miles as it sits right now. That means it's going to qualify for that factory type total care warranty, which I've already shown off some of the computer stuff. That's the beauty of it. It's not just engine and transmission coverage. It's alternator, battery, radiator, power windows, power locks, touchscreen, backup camera, parking sensors, and the list goes on and on. All these technology components. You've got the nice big Bose sound system in there, memory seats on the driver's seat. This thing has basically every option you can have on an AT4, and it qualifies for that 6-year, 5-year. It may actually qualify for the 6-year. 6-year, 120,000 mile factory type total care that is nationwide, no deductible, parts and labor included. So the goal is always to show you payment options both with and without that, as we were going over, and then let you make the decision what you want to do. I can send you the brochure that lists out everything that's covered on the total care, so that'll be a helpful thing to look at. But there it is. What a beautiful, awesome, big, fun to drive truck. I did turn the steering wheel as hard as I could while driving, just to make sure we're not getting wheel rub or tire rub on the fender, and there's none. Obviously your turning radius isn't quite as big or quite as wide as it would be on a stock one, but still I was able to do that turn right there, no sweat, and not have to worry about the tires rubbing either. So it's been done correctly, which is what we want. There you go. There's the truck.